We find Jesus in a conversation with the religious leaders as we encounter now verse 32 of chapter 5 of the Gospel of John. Jesus has just been indicating that if he alone was bearing witness to himself, that his witness, his sole singular witness in favor of his own credibility or his own truthfulness would not be acceptable in an official adjudication, because Jewish law required that there be at least two witnesses in matters that were weighty, and so at that point Jesus is granting what in effect the religious leaders have been accusing him of, that he's making claims concerning himself, which claims he cannot legitimately or legally substantiate. But then Jesus adds now something that is going to put an entirely different color on the matter when he says allos. This is the word that means another. It's one of two words in Greek that can mean another. The other is heteros. Heteros means another of a different kind, different variety, different species, whether it's allos means another of the same sort, the same kind. And so Jesus now is claiming that there is another who is similar to, of the same kind as Jesus himself, who is also bearing witness. So allos esten, this is the word for it is, third person singular, present active indicative of a me. Idiomatically, we usually translate this with the word there. So in English, we would say there is another. The Greek language doesn't have a word that's used in that particular way for the word there, so this is the way it's expressed. There is another, or another is ho, the masculine singular nominative definite article, the marturon, from martyreo, I bear witness, I testify to, is the idea. Contract verb, this is a participle. It's the masculine singular nominative participle, and idiomatically is going with the word the. So another is the bearing witness, peri emu, concerning me one. And that, of course, is the typical way that participles will be used with the article in the Greek language. Peri, the preposition, takes the genitive. Prepositions typically take the emphatic form of the pronoun, so we don't have peri mu here, but peri emu, and that is the correct grammar at this point. So another is the one who bears witness concerning me, kai and oida. From edo, I know. This is the first person singular, perfect active indicative. Perfect, of course, implying past action that continues to be true in the present or have a present effect. So I know, which is to say I have known and continue to know. Hoti can mean that or because. In this case it means that. I know that. Aletheis, the adjective true, which is going to be modifying the feminine word martyria as it did in the previous verse. I know that true, esten, same word as here. True is he martyria, the witness. Hein, this is the relative pronoun. It is in the feminine, it's the accusative, because it's the object of this verb, martyre. Martyreo is the contract verb here, present active indicative, third person singular. The witness which, and so that true is the witness which he witnesses, peri, concerning, same as we had there, emu, same as we had there. So another is the one who bears witness of me, and I knew and have known and continue to know that true is the witness which he witnesses concerning me. This is commonly taken to be a reference, of course, to God, who is bearing witness, and in fact the subsequent verses from this point on are going to make it abundantly clear that that's precisely what Jesus has in mind, although there have been some who have tried to argue that Jesus is here actually referring to John the Baptist. That doesn't seem likely, partly because the subsequent conversation more or less rules out John the Baptist, and furthermore because John the Baptist would no longer be in a position to continue bearing witness to Jesus. He is at this point imprisoned, and it may be that he's been executed by this time. And so one way or another, I don't think we're left reasonably with that as an option, and that the way we construe this is that Jesus is referring to the attesting miracles that God himself is providing, which bear witness to Jesus and bear witness to the truth claims that Jesus is making.